Hey everyone, it's Jack. I was recently in Ireland doing some traveling and I had to meet up with RunnerEye who lives there, and pretty last minute we decided to sit down and film a video, just talking about some unpopular opinions and some general questions that you had for us. It is not the best quality and I did wear a striped shirt, so that is doing like the optical illusion thing, so I do apologize for that. But I know a lot of you just like to listen to the videos as you fall asleep or something, so hopefully this is a good one for you. It was so much fun and I'm so happy that I could call RunnerEye such a good friend. Make sure you go subscribe to him and subscribe to me while you're down there.
Diagwich everyone, it's Jack, and I'm here with a special guest.
It's me. It's RunnerEye.
And
we're doing unpopular opinions that people have sent in. And it's gonna be the best video that you've ever seen in your entire life. And if it's not, just know that it's on Jack's YouTube channel, so he was the one responsible.
I mean, that's okay.
People are gonna listen to this in the car on the way to work, and they're actually gonna love it.
Yeah.
That's the aesthetic that we're going for here. And it's gonna work.
Anyways, I'm here with RunnerEye today. We're doing unpopular opinions. We've both done them on our channels, right?
We both have.
Yeah, and it's just it's
but you know
easy.
what? Drag Race is always evolving. There's always new seasons coming up, and so there's always new unpopular opinions emerging.
The last time I did it was during season 17, and I feel like times have shifted, and I don't know, there's some
Season
opinions.
17? No. What'd you say? Sorry, I
Seasons-
zoned out.
Season 17,
Okay.
yeah.
I mean, not that much has changed, but it's fine. We'll get it.
I think there's been some, I don't know, there's some opinions in there that I think have changed a little bit.
What's changed?
Well, we can get into the first one right now.
Oh my god, good segue.
I wanted to give a quick shout out to today's video sponsor, CyberGhost VPN, a leading VPN with 38 million users with the goal to protect your digital privacy. Plenty of eyes are watching you as you go online, and even incognito mode is not enough to protect that. Your internet service provider, your school, your work's IT department, and even your home router, they can all track what you do online. And that's where CyberGhost VPN comes in. Simply select one of their over 100 locations before you browse to encrypt and reroute all of your traffic through their secure servers. This way, no one will even know about your online activity. CyberGhost VPN also unlocks geo-restricted games and content from over 40 different streaming platforms. For my Drag Race viewers in the US who use WoW Presents Plus to watch season 18, CyberGhost VPN works to move the location to a country where you can view the show. Because still, year after year, WoW makes it harder and harder for us to watch the show. It works on all major devices and operating systems, Mac OS, iOS, Android, Windows, and you can protect up to 7 devices at the same time, perfect for sharing with family and friends. With my link in the description, you get their best deal ever. Just $2.03 a month plus 4 months for free, which is 84% off. There's even a 45-day money-back guarantee, so there's nothing to lose. It's a great product, and signing up using my link helps me create more videos like this one. Thanks to CyberGhost VPN, and now let's get back to the video.
Season 17 was the best recent season, and it was definitely better than season 16.
Okay, they're both good seasons in my opinion. I think that season 17 has that Stan Twitter. It has Stan Twitter and Chokehold. The Corey, what is it, Butt King?
Butt King, yeah.
Butt King.
Sometimes with Toot.
Butt King Toots. They have that chokehold, and I feel like the lesbians will ride or die for them, and that is why that's one of the reasons why that season is so beloved. Meanwhile, season 16 reminds me of season 9 in the sense that everyone's really strong and everyone's really competent, and then it has like kind of a shocking winner at the end.
I can get behind that. I can really get behind that. I think everyone in 16, they're doing their thing. That was one of my issues, I think, at the time with the season, especially like with the early Plane drama. Plane was trying to make something happen, and I feel like everyone was so about themselves in terms of like, you know, the competition. There would be fun moments in the workroom, and I think they liked each other, but the weaving of 17, I like that a lot more, like rewatching wise. Challenge wise, season 16 I think has it beat.
Okay. So what would you say, like, so at the end of the day, okay, we're putting one of them in the Criterion collection. What is it, season 16 or season 17?
For 17, it's so much easier to talk about for me on a daily. I could talk about the villains roast of 17 forever, and like the layers, and you know, Arietti leaving the station, and what that means for Jules, and why Anya defended her. Remember when she was like packing up and Jules was like, "You moving?" And she's like,
No.
Did you watch the season?
For me, I guess if I had to watch one of them over and over again, it would be season 16.
Yeah.
No, you have to stick to your opinion. You have to be like,
No, I'm not agreeing with you.
You just said yes. You were validating that my experience was different and that it's equally as valuable.
I'm an active listener, and that's just how I listen.
Yeah. What'd I say? Exactly.
16. They should bring back winning queens to the judge panel, depending on like what the challenge is. So like Raja comes back for a ball, Jinx comes back for the Rusical, Shay comes back for a remix. What do you think?
But I think that there's a little rumor in the rumor mill, which says that RuPaul doesn't want drag queens on the same panel as him.
Oh, definitely not.
Yeah. The fact that we're never gonna get that is so. Actually, I'm fine with it. I don't mind it too much. But I could understand why someone would want that, and I get it.
So they do it on Canada.
Yeah, I've seen it on the Canada.
But even then, that's still modified in a way where the person who comes in as a guest is not in drag.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
That's true, actually. Yeah.
I don't think Brooklyn would care that much if they were in drag, but maybe just for like clarity of like, oh, who's the drag queen on the panel? Maybe they only want one. I think
it's for like the visual kind of impact of like if there's two like drag queens on the panel, then the host is no longer like the superstar.
Yeah.
That, like you're kind of detracting attention.
Yeah.
But I think it's a little bit like hokey pokey. I don't really care about that, but
I think they could do it for the main show. And they would be better judges than some of the guest judges we get.
Yeah, that's true.
I agree with that one, but it's not gonna happen.
But you know what? You can always write fan fiction about it.
Yeah.
If you ever like.
That was our alternate idea. Reading fan fiction of Drag Race people.
It was. I read in upcoming video guide teaser a fan fiction about Tina Burner stepping on a landmine at war.
What?
Gottmik is the comedy queen of season 13.
Bob also said this too.
Bob said the same thing in his unpopular opinions video. Wait, not us not having the first.
I agree.
What was it again? I forgot. I'm sorry. Oh, Gottmik being the season 13
yes.
Comedy
queen.
I agree. Next one.
No elaboration.
But, no, I do agree. Because she did well in like the comedy stuff. Who else would it be? That's the question. Like Tina Burner. She stepped on the landmine. She's gone. I'm gonna bring that back. I'm gonna bring that into like the common drag race sphere. Everybody spread around. Anytime you see, actually, no, it's harassment.
Gottmik is the comedy queen. Yeah.
There we go. Okay, next one. Asia O'Hara was actually funny in the Snatch game.
Do you remember the Snatch game?
I most certainly do.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's ironically kind of funny, but I still think it's hard to watch. It's not for me. Anything with cringe, I don't do well with, and that's one of the ones that it's like. The cringe is too much for me. What
are your thoughts on like the pheromone or the Alexis Michelle type of
love
roast?
That though.
You love that?
Yeah, because that's Cam. Maybe it's because I like Asia O'Hara too much that it's like seeing a friend kind of like bomb.
Right.
Well, my parasocial relationship coming out, but it's like seeing a friend like bomb in like a public setting.
Mm-hmm. Do you think it could have worked with the her and Blue and like her and the Vixen like interacting?
Not really. I mean, not with the route that they went down because I just don't think that someone like Beyonce works for a Snatch game.
Did you see Godlin do Cardi B recently? And it was just not Cardi at all.
Yeah.
Beyonce, Lizzo, Cardi B, all very charismatic people in interviews, not good Snatch games. Asia having to go down the route of like parenting Blue to try and make laughs. It was already too many layers that weren't working together.
Yeah, it's just, I feel like this person's lying. I don't feel like that. Either it's ironic or, because I feel like it's hard to say that it was unironically funny. I feel like Asia O'Hara, if we actually have her, Asia, she would be like, no, like, you know what, RunnerEye, number one, I love you, RunnerEye, thank you so much for having me. And then she'd be like, that didn't work. You know what I mean?
And then she'd be like, what's your name again?
And then she would take your spot. You were actually filling in for her.
It just sucks because I flew her all the way out just for her to take my spot.
Season 14 is the worst regular season of Drag Race. The good cast doesn't save the terrible pacing, and Cornbread was the only person giving actual winner energy. And she stepped on the landmine. And she... You're gonna have to keep the landmine explanation in, or else it's gonna make no sense.
Oh my god.
So you know Cornbread. Would you think she would agree with this?
I know Cornbread well, and I love season 14. I have like big nostalgia for it because it was my first like season while doing YouTube stuff.
Interesting.
So it's just really fun. I love the vibes of it. It's really not great watching it back now with the pacing.
Okay.
And I think rose-colored glasses taken off, I can realize that. I wouldn't say no one else gave winner energy, but Cornbread's winner energy was just undeniable that it left such a void that like everyone scrambled to fill it, so no one really was able to be the only one. Do
you think that there's an argument that could be made for if you have an obvious winner person and you take them out of the equation, then everybody has to, if the obvious winner is taken out, then it makes it more interesting because then it's like, well, who's gonna win?
I think we wouldn't have gotten someone like Lady Camden so prevalent.
That's interesting.
Yeah. that. I think they kind of said they had to take a step back and be like, okay, well, what now? And people like Camden were able to really shine. So I don't agree with it being the worst season
It's definitely
ever.
not the worst. It's definitely not the worst.
Yeah, but like I think there are just some issues because of external factors and also the fact that they just wanted to save everyone all the time.
I think that for me, that's the main thing. I don't even have that much of a to be honest. Like that's one of the seasons I like. Out of all the Drag Race seasons, I would have that in the upper half.
Yeah.
But I know that that's very unpopular. I remember I made like a like ranking cast video or something, and I put it in the top 10, and people were like really angry at me.
Oh my god.
Because I really like that cast, but I think that everything hinges on if you like the cast, because that cast is around for a long time because they keep getting saved.
Very.
So if you
top-heavy.
don't like the cast and you're like, well, like I could take it or leave it, then I feel like you're probably not going to enjoy that season because it's really long. But if you do like the cast, then it's like, well, I get to spend more time with these people.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it.
Thank you.
I know I'm gonna get roasted for this one. I know it. But I don't care if a queen is just saying watermelon over and over again in a lip sync. If they're turning it out, the last thing I'm looking at is the lips.
And this was actually posted by Mirage. I always say the names wrong.
Okay, so the season 18 queens, the wigs or the lack of wigs, and then them not knowing the words, that's like the two biggest issues people are having. Do you care? Would you say Mirage won that lip sync against Geneva Carr?
No, I think you have to know baseline the lyrics, and then anything on top of that is like bonus. So it's like if you have great like cartwheels or whatever, just know the lyrics and then do all the cartwheels, and that's like, for me, that's bonus. It's like you'll get extra points. I feel like it's the baseline of like the lip sync, it's literally the name of the thing.
Right. No, and that's a great unpopular opinion. Don't agree with it. But work. Like, I'm very glad that they did that because
Yes.
I wish I could just get into the fantasy.
I feel like at that point it's just kind of like I feel like it's like bias of like like I saw a few people saying that Sminty on the
recent
UK versus World Season 3,
Yeah.
they were saying that like she was like serving current, and so like she should have stayed because of that. But I feel like that was kind of like jokey. But I feel like some people do actually lean into that, where it's like the personal bias of like who they like more, and so like if you like Sminty more, you're gonna make more of an argument for her staying.
The Mirage Geneva, I think, is the best example of that because like Mirage did turn it with the movements, but she didn't know the words.
Yeah. Irene the Alien's water performance was funny. Drag Race just just only rewards one type of comedy. What is the type of comedy that they reward? Let's look into that.
I would say Yara Sofia talent show.
So like
in your face.
very
In your
very
face.
slapstick, very kind of like, and same with yeah, it's very slapstick. It's because Plain Jane also with the burger finger thing. I guess Jimbo is more like absurdist kind of vibe, but it still has that kind of like the ham stuff, which is so gross. I hate that.
You didn't like it?
Yeah,
The bologna?
I don't like that.
Have you had tried bologna?
What is bologna?
That's what she was throwing.
Is it ham?
No.
I hate it.
It's kind of
gross.
nothing.
So slapstick is what they commonly reward.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. As we figured it out. What was the question? It was fine. I feel like in a different talent show it could have been like a low placing one, but I feel like it was in a strong, because that had like Anitra, it had Marsha.
Yes.
It had
Jax.
and even like the kind of fine ones were still pretty decent.
The issue with hers was it was a strong talent show. She gave them something so easy for them to like set her up for the bottom.
The thing is, it makes sense for television because they want something that they can put in an ad, and dry humor are kind of more like you're not gonna put someone making a glass of water into an ad to make people watch the show, but you will put someone like Anitra is just kind of obviously better, but you need something that's a little bit flashy, and so something like slapsticky, which it's very like in your face, is something that you'll put in an ad. So I think that they just prioritize that kind of stuff.
Right. And RuPaul needs like sensory. Yeah.
That's true. I want to know looks that got high praise on the show that you guys don't like.
Do you think Violet's step down dress is like the best of all time?
It's not my favorite, but I understand why people would think that, because it's objectively very impressive.
One that got a lot of praise that I think people look back and they're like, oh yeah, the Brooklyn sequin reveal with the afro. And the presentation was really good, and people like went crazy for it. It's kind of just a nice outfit.
I think the presentation is I don't know. Well, like I don't know why that was so hyped. Thinking back on it, I think if someone did that now, it would be like, okay,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Because people do reveals all the time. But the people did reveals all the time back then, but that was like, maybe it's because she was in the bottom and people thought that she was gonna work her way out, but it didn't. So.
And she just did it so dancerly.
Yeah, that's true.
But also she had a big afro on. Oh, she took it off. That makes sense that she did.
Okay, that's a good answer. And I'm gonna look over your shoulder and I'm gonna take that one.
Okay. The last UK versus the World episode, the one where Kate Butch doesn't save Sminty, was one of the best so far, but I hate current Drag Race for trying to make better TV and favoring strategic gameplay over actually rewarding good drag.
This brings back trauma. I was canceled over this on Twitter.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, because the Rated Queen.
The Rated Queen. I said something about Rated Queen, and I regret it. I deactivated my Twitter. I didn't even get that much hate, but I'm scared of Athena Dion. She got me. And now I'm scared to even go to Greece because I think that she's gonna be there at the airport in Mykonos and she's gonna get me. Mykonos.
Yeah, no, I got it. I'm telling her when you go. Just so you know. Me and her go way back.
I'm scared.
You know me and Athena Dion? She's my uncle.
Love that. Nina West is my
Fun fact, my uncle's Nina West. Shout out Nina, drag queen.
I saw someone say on Reddit, and I've been thinking this for a while, which is that Drag Race, I think, is threatened by Miss Traderina.
Oh.
And I think that they're trying to, the traders, by the way, no, and I think that they're trying to emulate some sort of strategy business because they know that the strategy of like the traders has kind of like caught the world by storm or taken the world by storm. And I think that they're trying to kind of implement these kind of strategic things in order to get some of that hype and maybe win back some voters from like the Emmys and stuff. In addition, they don't want drag, which is a good thing. I really agree with this, is that they don't want Drag Race to go stagnant, and so they're trying to constantly innovate, which I think is good because I think Drag Race could just do the same thing over and over and over again, and a lot of people, including myself, would probably be bored of it. But Drag Race always does try and kind of change things up, and I think that the Rated Queen and the strategy stuff is them leaning into that. But I think the only strategy thing which has truly worked for me that made me excited about the show is the lip sync for your legacy.
Yeah, and like eliminating. Like,
I think that that's really cool. The everyone or the top two guests pick a lipstick. I think that's cool because it actually has like, it's just more like cutthroat, and I like it. I like that it's on also like an all-star season, so it's more like established relationships and stuff. I think that was really cool, and I really like every season that has that format. I really, at least, is very interesting. Even like UK versus the World season 1, which is kind of like a bad season, but it's like really interesting in the sense that it's so like chaotic. If you're gonna do like the whole strategy thing, I think you got to give them a lot of power in the strategy.
Right.
And I feel like Rated Queen doesn't give them that much power, in addition to the lip sync assassin, where it's like everybody has a vote, but they don't have like space to be able to like really strategize because they're all like stuck in the same room together. So there's not really much that you can do. Like nothing interesting has ever happened with the lip sync assassin format in terms of votes.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's never been like voting blocks or whatever in terms of like Survivor. To me, like that kind of stuff is like faux strategy. Not super into the Rated Queen, just because I don't think, again, that much interesting stuff happens with it. I understand that a lot of people do like the Rated Queen stuff, so, and they're probably going to keep doing it.
I agree with a lot of that. Lip Sync for Your Legacy, I think the producers were freaking out because it's like too much control.
Yeah, but I like that.
I
if
know.
you're going to give them power, give them power. You know what I mean?
Lip Sync Assassin is like tiny bit too under, like there's like not enough power.
Yeah.
I think Chippy T is probably like their gold standard now.
I think it's good, yeah.
Because, you know, there's still drama. People still have to plead their case. But...
and then, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
At the end of the day, like, it's still...
No, it's good.
It's juicy enough for them to want it in there. But I also don't like, on an all-star season, only having one winner each week.
A bottom 2 lip sync is generally more interesting than a top 2 lip sync.
Yes.
Because people are more scared about going home rather than having, like, not getting the win-win. And so I think giving some, like, for instance, with Sminty, she still had a chance to save herself even when she wasn't, or when she was not saved from the bottom 3, she still had a chance to save herself in that bottom 2.
It's fun to have strategy this many years in. So I know some queens or some people don't like the strategy and they just want like standard good Drag Race, like very true Rue makes the final call. We're still kind of getting that on the main series outside of the 2 Rated Queen episodes. So
I think Rated Queen still, I feel like she's kind of like a teen. She was a child, then she became a teenager, and she still has yet to be like an adult. I feel like she's still not fully formed as an idea. It's on the right track. I don't know if and maybe because what I thought Rated Queen was when they first started it, I think it was season 16.
Yeah.
When they advertised it, I thought that they were going to get to do the Rated Queen each week. I think that's really interesting, but I think it's just because it's like one episode or one judging episode. For me, it loses a little bit of steam, but if they did like, okay, first 5 episodes of the season are all, I mean, that would probably be kind of bad also.
It kind of get old.
Yeah, but if they just made it more, I don't know. I think there's just something missing from it, but I feel like it could get to a point where I really like it, but right now I'm like solidly fine with it / a little bit underwhelmed each time it happens.
Yeah, I feel like they may have gotten everything they wanted to get out of it with the Dion storyline. Beyond the Dions, people like Discord and Vita and playing like
again, yeah.
I think them doing it at this point in the season led to the strategy and led to, you know, ratings that weren't based off of the talent show, it was just based off of relationships. So I feel like they got what they wanted, and I think people would be pissed if they kept doing it and it kept happening.
I think so too.
Maybe they could do it one more time.
Most of the mini challenges are bad and kind of embarrassing, except for the reading challenge and like 2 or 3 others.
For season 18, people are missing them because they're just gone.
They're gone. Yeah.
They do the screaming one, which honestly, I mean, I missed mini challenges. I didn't like that one.
I thought it was crazy that they, or like, did they? I think I said this. I might have said this on a podcast, but did they intentionally do the screaming challenge and then have a girl group challenge right afterwards because they knew someone was gonna lose their voice?
No. But it was just really poor planning.
I'm not a huge fan of the mirror moments, and sometimes I feel like they drag on a little bit long. And sometimes it's like, I feel like they do them so long because they haven't had something at the beginning of the episode. So I feel like if you're gonna have like a bunch of like mirror stuff anyway, leave the good mirror parts in and then put like a stupid little mini challenge.
Fun fact, I think I could share this, it's fine. Speaking of season 14, the spirits of the room were so low after Cornbread left that they added the balloon popping, like humping mini challenge because like they just needed to raise the spirits. It bonds the queens. Let it bond the queens together. Right?
Oh yeah, the mini challenge.
The mini challenges.
Yeah, I think it's fun. Also, it's kind of like, again, it's like iPad baby like time. It's like I don't have to think about anything. It's just like a stupid. Well, it depends which ones. Because I'm not a huge. I mean, that's a whole other thing. Like the baby mini challenge, the kind of like
the
bumblebee, like those kind of ones are a little bit like, who cares? Some of the best moments from the show have been freaking from mini challenges.
Like Little Pound Cake.
I was just about to say, like do stuff like that where it's like they're designing. Just like design, like again, like really fast, like design challenges or something. I really like that kind of stuff. Like again, season 7, the everyone they were given like paper and they had to like this one, like Katya and Miss Kasha Davis, like stuff like that. I think is really fun. And so
if you can see them having fun, then that's a good mini challenge. So
that's true.
Like I guess aim towards them having fun.
That was. Oh my god, we just solved world peace. That was a great answer. That
was
a great answer.
Thank you.
Season 18 isn't bad. The fandom just kind of perpetually sucks.
I really have to see the end of this season because it's either going to be a really good slow burn and it's all going to build to something. There hasn't been a lot of payoff right now. I don't think it's any worse than the previous seasons. If anything, I think I would say even in 15 to 18, they've really gotten in a good stride of like what they're gonna do and like what's working. 18 feels a little off, but I think maybe just because they're setting things up for like a late game.
I think you're just gonna say because they're older, and I was like,
well,
crazy.
That is true. I think they're all really old and really bad,
including your uncle Athena Dion. But it's like putting food in the oven and then the full runtime of the oven is 30 minutes, but you take it out 15 minutes in and you start tasting it and you're like, well, the thing isn't done.
Yeah.
So how can you judge the food?
Hey, that's a good way to put it.
Thank you.
When you have to only watch one thing week to week, you're going to be so critical of it. But then the full product, like I feel like people are appreciating 17 a lot more because now that 18 is airing, there's things that they like from 17. The week to week thing is the biggest issue. That's what I'll say.
I think, but I also think it kind of makes it fun because it's like the discourse of it.
It's great, but I think people jump to conclusions way too fast of like, this is a bad season, but like it's still airing.
We don't know.
So
that's so true. Next up, do you want to read one?
Yeah.
Wait. Do you want to read one? Wait. I know this one. Ginger Minj could come back for All Stars 12. She was crucified and rose again for our sins, so the least we can do is get her a second crown. Oh my god, the way that this kind of links into the thing that I was hanging a little carrot earlier, because I have a theory, about Ginger Minj.
Oh, yes.
Of why she won. Okay, not why she won, but why they wanted her to win All Stars 10, okay? I've seen no one bring this up, so this isn't exclusive. There's a Drag Race film coming out in the next year or so. Ginger Minj is the lead, or one of the leads in that film. I think she is like kind of the lead. Do you think that it's possible that they knew that they wanted to make the film, they knew that they wanted Ginger Minj to be, because she's like an actual like actress, that they thought that by giving her a crown it would kind of like, or like having a season devoted to like her winning, it would kind of make people more like, oh my god, like she's like, it kind of gives her more of like a status thing of like, RuPaul's Drag Race winner Ginger Minj is going to be premiering the freaking film.
I haven't even really thought of that. I was almost like the opposite because, you know, she went on her whole podcast tour,
She did.
lost even more favor. But I was like, well, girl, just get to the movie and then maybe you'll gain some of that back. But maybe the movie was already in the works.
But I don't know if that's true, and I'm also not saying that delegitimizes her run or whatever, but I'm just saying that's an interesting idea, the idea that, because again, it kind of was obvious that she was the one for that season. So it's like, and you have to, because I've always asked myself, like, why is she the one? Like, why did they choose her? Because they could choose anybody. They could choose Bosco, they could choose... I think Bosco was probably the other person who they would have chosen.
Yeah.
And so, like, you can choose anybody there, and it's like, but they chose Ginger, and they wanted Ginger to win, in my opinion. And so it's like, how do you, like what, there's a reason behind, like, why people do things. And so I was just, like, theorizing. I was just like, maybe it's because of that damn film.
And the other, I would say you could apply that same logic to the Alyssa Edwards win in Global.
Yeah.
Who I think Alyssa did a good job. That's a horrible season, but Alyssa was good on the season. Right after she was guest judging on multiple other Drag Race things and like appearing on other things, would they have done that for someone like Nelania or Queen Kong or Kitty Scott Claus?
That's true.
It just felt like all the ducks were already in a row and Alyssa's reign was very established right away. Anyways, Ginger Minj for All Stars 12.
My BF thinks All Star 7 is the worst season of Drag Race, period. All Star 7 is fun. I don't think it has like the best pacing, but it's it's like a celebratory season, so I like it.
There's been recent stuff that's come out with Trinity and Evie basically saying that they felt very sidelined, and it was like only really Jinx who they were like focusing on. I agree in a sense that I think any winter season, much like the Alyssa stuff, they're very incentivized to crown the most well-known queen. I feel like with all winter season, they're gonna look at the people that they've crowned and be like, who have we helped boost the most into mainstream fame? If they're gonna come back, we're gonna crown them again so we can be like, we did that. So I feel like that's how it was with Jinx, where she did great on the season, but also Jinx, you know, has gone and done so much that her coming back and doing another lap on Drag Race, they're gonna be always looking at her like, wow, like this is,
well, there was like a whole,
this is the one.
There was a whole like season or like a reunion thing that they filmed because everybody thought that it was rigged for Jinx.
And Jinx acknowledged it, and I think everyone wanted what they got.
Yeah, I guess like it also on that it depends on like because if you hate Jinx, I'm sure there's like you probably don't like that season. You know what I mean?
Incredible drag, but it's almost like taking one of your senses away without the context of the negative critiques or any conflict.
I forgot about that.
It's really fun to watch, but at the same time, it's not paced well.
It's not paced well. I feel like it doesn't. I feel like all of those non-elimination seasons, you could. I remember for freaking All Stars 9, I skipped a couple episodes of that because I was on holiday, and then I didn't rewatch them, and then I was just like, I missed nothing because it's like everybody's still there. Like I just need to know who got the star.
All Stars 9 was the easiest episode to just watch the pit stop for and just be like, I got it.
Is it unpopular? I don't know.
Who knows?
Which is why we made it an unpopular. It doesn't glue to anybody. It's just opinions.
We just opinions. Yeah, we read the opinions. I don't know about that one. Okay, moving on. We're doing a little question segment. This is the end of the video now.
My question is, if you two had drag personas, what would your names be, and what style of drag would you do? I feel like you have the ideas. We talked about this before.
I love doing the drag makeup. I'm gonna do a makeup video when I get back. I'm gonna do Corey Toot makeup or something.
That's a great one.
Something like that. I want to be like a little artsy queen, I guess, or like really plan out a number like a Sasha Velour type of thing, because I think that's what I would. I live for like the theatrics.
Wait, what would it be? Like, do you have an idea of anything?
Well, so I'm like dancing, I'm walking around, and then I step on a landmine.
And then Tina Burner comes as an angel. That could actually be cool.
Wait, like down from a rope, like in Vegas Live.
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay, I'll DM her.
Oh wait, do you actually know her?
No. I think my drag name would be either Placebo, because I studied psychology, or Peanut, because it's just funny.
Allergic to peanut.
And I think it could work either way, because if Cornbread's a good friend, if I get adopted by her or something, I could either be Peanut the snack or Placebo the pill, and I think it's silly either way.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I have put minimal thought into this before, but the one that I've settled on, which I think I would do, is the drag name of Kahlua. Which is Irish.
Okay.
And it's the story of a whale, baby whale in like the Arctic or whatever, where its parents get like poached in front of it, and then it has to go around trying to find its dead parents. And then I think like penguins or something laugh at it because it doesn't have parents anymore or something. It's an orphan. And I just like that. That's what I would do. Kahlua.
Would you be like a comedy queen?
I would just be everything, you know, like I would dance, I would sing, I would write.
Yeah.
I would be a poet in my free time.
Wow.
So I would be kind of like jack of all trades. But I would be a master of all of them too. So I would kind of like subvert that.
If you each had to pick one regular and one all-star season that could be the only one you can now watch from now on, what would it be?
So which seasons are Kokomon recent, okay?
Season 5?
And name the other one.
All-stars 2?
There we go.
Honestly,
I guess I'm not even joking. I love season 5. I think it's so fun.
yeah, and like those are such standard answers, but I would agree. No, those are my two options too. I choose
I
those.
think I gotta go. What would you choose? What would you choose?
Those two.
No, so this is why I
Okay.
can't answer stuff first because you're gonna get on my case and you're gonna copy my answers. So let's say I was up first. I chose those seasons. I took them out.
Okay,
of the,
and I can't.
and you can't take them. So you would take them, but what if you had to choose something else?
Okay, I would say season 13 and All-Stars 9.
Okay.
Season 6 and All-Star 6. As more and more queens reference Pokemon and their looks, do you have a Pokemon person or like a Pokemon themselves that you would like to see in the future on a runway?
Was that in the question? A Pokemon person?
Yeah, I kind of riffed it. But
The hot professor from Scarlet Violet, specifically Violet?
the woman?
No.
The man.
Oh my god, you're right. No, I got the man, which is Violet.
Okay, no.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
right.
talking about the man. I'm talking about the man.
How are they gonna do
Because I'm
that?
gay. Like, hello? Is it?
How are they doing that for a runway?
No, I'm just saying, like, he's hot. Mine is that the bow lady, and she has like bows. She has like a on top, and she's black and white.
On your nerve. In the season 17 runway.
Kind of like it's.
Oh,
kinda
black.
giving
Oh, Gothitelle.
Gothitelle.
That is a good one. Yes. Oh my
like-
god, look at you.
Oh my god. Look at that. That's the one that. The way you could probably edit this.
Yeah. This is
It's
what Arietti did.
Or Arietti. Yeah.
Yeah. Well. Anyways, that's our answers for that.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on the channel.
Thank you so much for having me, and thank you so much for coming to Dublin just for me. It's been really nice.
I mean, you were like a big reason like why we came.
I appreciate that.
Because yeah, it was. I want to visit everyone that I can.
Yeah.
You're only 23 once and audition for the show once and get on the show once. You know who that is?
No. Who is that?
Serena Chacha.
Oh. And now she's an AI goddess.
Serena Chacha bot.
Yeah.
Well, what's next for you?
What's next for me?
Yeah. What do you want to plug?
You can go to my YouTube channel. I have a video coming up there, so go check that video out. It's an iceberg about crazy stuff that's happened in Drag Race, like the extended universe. And so, yeah, go check that out. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you.
We'll do another video when you come to the US or if we all move to Canada together. Talk to
Goodbye.
y'all soon. See you soon with another video.
If you stuck around to the end, thanks for enduring all the chaos of me and RunnerEye. I just wanted to shout out my tier 2 patrons and my tier 3 patrons who I would definitely save from a landmine. Frankie, Shira, and Steely. Don't forget to click the link in the description to get my special deal that CyberGhost is doing for this channel. This application will protect your data while you browse and give you full access to all geo-restricted content on the internet for just $2.03 a month, plus you also get 4 months for free. It's totally risk-free, so please check it out. Link in the description. Thank you so much.